Bhattacharya, Principal of Calcutta Business School. Our esteemed panelists for today are Mr. Pune Jain, former Senior Vice President, The Times of India Group, and Mrs. Indrani Sanyal, Principal, DPS Megacity. Also joining this meet today are the faculty members and the students of DPS Megacity and Calcutta Business School. Calcutta Business School is a residential institute, keeping in mind the need for management education in Eastern India and being an autonomous institution. It offers AICTE-approved PGDM courses designed as per the latest industry needs by an expert team of faculty and advisors comprising of both renowned academicians and industry leaders, and has recently introduced a BBA in Business Analytics course in collaboration with Macau. And representing Calcutta Business School today as moderator is Dr. Shuvendu Mojumdar, Associate Professor, Calcutta Business School. This event is being live streamed on Facebook for our viewers. May I now request Saurabh Ghosh sir to please deliver the welcome address. Saurabh sir, I think
he is to unmute.
Oh, I'm very sorry about it. Good evening and greetings to everyone. Today's webinar program is on a most vital topic for students and others who want to develop their leadership skills. For career development and progress, such skills are just imperative to possess and develop. We all have to learn to be a better leader in our own fields. There are many ways and means to develop leadership qualities. These will no doubt be discussed and elaborated in today's program. So I heartily welcome everyone who has logged in for this webinar. I greet the principal of Calcutta Business School, Professor P.R. Bhattacharya, and other faculty members of Calcutta Business Schools, all our dear students of DPS Megacity, and anybody else who is participating today. I heartily welcome the eminent panelists, Mr. Pune Jain, ex-Senior Vice President, Times of India, and Mrs. Indrani Sanyal, Principal DPS Megacity, Kolkata, for their present and their insightful discussions, which we will witness. I welcome Professor Shuvendu Mojumdar of Calcutta Business School to be the moderator of this program. Over to Ms. Madhusri Pal.
So, thank you, sir. Before we move on to the session, I would like to read out this special message from Mrs. Bratati Bhattacharya, our Secretary General and CEO, who always joins us for these sessions, but today she unfortunately had to attend a very important conference. Here is her message. My greetings to everyone joining this informative session, Mr. Ghosh, Mr. Jain, Mrs. Sanyal, Dr. Bhattacharya, Dr. Mojumdar, students and teachers of DPS Megacity, members of the CBS faculty, and students and everyone watching our session today. Leadership is the core quality to be successful in any endeavor which involves more than one person. And it is one of the most vital parameters to assess a manager, be it for the success of his own venture or for his employer. As such, the need for honing leadership skills has been identified by educators across the globe, and we are trying to devise the best practices to inculcate the skills in our students. Today's session is aimed at the various measures that can help develop leadership skills in individuals, starting from very early childhood to even a person at a mature age. Remember, everyone has a leader in oneself because one has to lead oneself first to be able to lead others. We have two extremely prolific leaders today joining us with their mantras and success story to add to your knowledge, and I'm sure it will greatly enrich your zeal to become better leaders of tomorrow. And that was her message. We thank her for always guiding us. May I now introduce our panelists for the day. Our first panelist is Mr. Pune Jain, former Senior Vice President of the Times of India Group. Mr. Jain has been the Senior Vice President and heading the results and market development of the Northern region, which is the core sales, marketing, and management function. His basic responsibility being that of developing strategies to retain and show upward trend in the numbers of print media sales in the digital era with minimum cost of operation. Having done his post-graduation diploma in advertising and PR from Sardar Patel Institute of Management and Communications, he had been the publisher and brand manager of Navbharat Times and Sandhya Times before he started heading the results and marketing development team of the entire Northern India. This vertical of the Times of India looks into the sales and proper circulation of the various print mediums of the Times Group. And as such, it not only depends on its own employees, but also hundreds of vendors supplying the newspaper to the houses. Mr. Jain successfully headed the team to conduct NRS and IRS to become the #1 English newspaper in Delhi for the first time, and it still continues to be, with the circulation greater than all other newspapers combined. With his effective team management, pricing decisions, effective flawless distribution systems, and conceptualizing and execution of new launches like Times NIE, various campaigns, combo offers, and weekly competitions and event marketing strategies, he has successfully added immense value to TOI as a brand and its total circulation. He has extensive exposure to the Times TV, wherein the job involved launching and marketing the new company diversification, and has also worked on a project to undertake the distribution of cable TV network in a city. He is associated as board member of some highly esteemed institutions like National Heart Institute, Delhi. He is director and board member of Sahu Jain Colleges, board member of Times School of Marketing and Sales, co-opted member of Indian Language Newspaper Association, member of Amarnath Ji Shrine Board, is actively involved in the Times cricket activities, board member of Delhi Public School Society and Lotus Valley International School. He has been a visiting faculty in various management institutes and has traveled extensively overseas for upgradation of information on newspaper technology, trends, and related areas to the media world. He helped get a better team involvement and growth through series of programs such as HR training, art of living, management methods, team building, etc. We are delighted to have you in this session, sir. Truly delighted. And I have got the opportunity to work under him. I'm truly blessed. So, and we go on to the second panelist for today, Mrs. Indrani Sanyal, ma'am, Principal, Delhi Public School, Megacity. Mrs. Sanyal has been a part of the academic fraternity for more than 33 years now, starting her career with the Birla Group of Schools. She has been with DPS for the last 25 years and more. She is the principal of DPS Megacity, Calcutta for the last 15 years. She has traveled widely throughout the globe and has a passion for dance, music, and art. She is also committed to various social causes and is a great advocate and practitioner of student counseling. She has received several awards and prizes for her contribution in the field of education. She was appointed as a member of the Planning Commission under the Department of School Education and Literacy by the Ministry of Human Resource Development. She was honored with Young Achievers Award, Aparajita Art of Excellence 2012, the Dronacharya Award, and has received several principal awards from Central Institute of General Knowledge Learning, Young Bulls Educational Society, Best Inspiring Award by the University of Engineering and Management, National Cyber and Science Olympiad consecutively for 10 years, Best Contributing Principal Award by Asset Foundation for several years, received several letters of appreciation and cash prizes by National Science Olympiad. She was recognized by British Council for leading and integration of international learning in the curriculum. Her love for children has motivated her always to be in touch with her students. She is a firm believer in the doctrine that future of India lies in the classrooms. She recognizes and honors the fact that both teachers and parents are engaged in the monumental task of nurturing and educating minds that are not only to be distinguished achievers of tomorrow, but also will be exemplary global citizens with deep Indian roots. And lastly, she also happens to be a proud alumni of Sri Shikshayatan College. Welcome to this session, ma'am. Ma'am, she had joined.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Madhusri. Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
You are.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for your lovely introduction. It's lovely to be in the midst of such eminent industrialists and academicians. And as you rightly said, I'm really honored and happy to be present here as a panelist. It's such a renowned person and all the other, in this August gathering rather, and most proud to be an alumni of Shikshayatan College.
Thank you, ma'am. And now introducing our moderator for today, Dr. Shubhendu Majumdar, Associate Professor at Calcutta Business School. He is a constant guide to all of us and is a key ideator of these sessions. I now invite Dr. Majumdar to take this session forward.
Thank you, Madhusri, for excellent introduction of this session. And already this webinar that entitled Improving Leadership Skill, already it is introduced, and we do start with addressing the basic theme of the program. In the today's session, all the dignitaries welcome address given by Mr. Saurabh Ghosh, Mrs. Brotati Bhattacharya, and also our two esteemed panelists, Mrs. Indrani Sanyal, Principal DPS Megacity, and Mr. Pune Jain, former Senior Vice President, the Times India Group. So it is my pleasure to moderate this session in this beautiful evening. So if Mr. Jain allow me, then I can start with a story that when leadership start, because leadership starts in the Indian soil, not today, it starts much back. So may I say a story? I can remember on May 31, 1893, there was abroad a steamer was yet to start sail from Yokohama to Vancouver. Two great Indians met each other in the first time, and that was a tremendous, and it was an experience by these two great men of India, and they were the great leader. One was an industrialist who would go on the become to be the India's greatest visionary, and the other one, a monk, who would take the India's spiritual tradition to the West more effectively than ever before. So it was in 1893. So one person was on his way to the industrial exposition in Chicago, a frequent visitor to Japan, and he was staying in the same hotel with another person. And soon after, on a sunny afternoon in the month of May, the illustrious duo embarked on a voyage from the Japanese port of Yokohama to Vancouver. And it was abroad with the SS Empress of India, both of them discussing on India's future. And when the explanations and discussion continuing, so the first person narrated his experience that he gained during the traveling throughout the length and breadth of India as a wandering monk in the quest of truth, and explained taking the faith of the West, calling for the unity between the world's most major culture was the mission of his visit to the Chicago. And the other one was then also endorsed his vision of enthusiasm to taking the real technology to develop the India's economy, basically to start a steel industry. I think all of you, please, you can understand that whom we are calling. These two persons were the leader. One started steel industry. The Iron Man of India, impressed by the another person who was a monk started another organization. Both of them are the leader in the Indian soil, Jamshedji Tata and Swami Vivekananda. Leadership started, not today, 1893. And it was almost 125 years back that how India will start its leadership. So the leadership concept starts with not only today, it is very much pertinent that how leadership skill can play a large role in a person's career development. Swami Vivekananda started with the concept of the man-making character building education. Much today, it is career building, money-making starts. Now here the question of ethics and integrity of a leader, how to improve, and I think our panelists will go for that. And there was a question of the leader that starts with L, loyal, E, empathy, A, advancement, diplomacy, ethics, and responsibility. So now we need to improve, and this is the right time to talk during the now normal situation. Tomorrow's leader in the versatile character from the different domain of the life, how they will work. In this paternalism leadership style for the progress of India starts from the technology, the science, the different humanitarian activities, from the sports and games, from the industry point of view, from the literature, from the political side. So why not the leaders will start? We teach leadership in our organizational behavior, human resource, team building, etc. as an intervention. So it is not definitely itself that it is a theoretical proposition. What is it? Now we'll listen from our esteemed panelist. So I do start with Mrs. Indrani Sanyal. Madam, most welcome to the station. I first want to listen from you. Namaskar, madam. So I want to listen you first that exactly it will be an interactive session. So first, both the panelists I will request to introduce the concept first from their own view. Then we will take only question answers. So first, Mrs. Sanyal, please, what leadership according to you? Please start. Session over to you.
So, there's a very common saying that leaders are born and they're not created. But I would say that this is very debatable, because on today's date, of course, there are people who have this intrinsic qualities and who outshine, and they become true leaders and they create history. So these people are there who come in one in a million or one in centuries. They are true leaders. They will make history. But I truly believe that leaders can also be created, in the sense we can instill a lot of values and all other qualities in the children from a very childhood by imparting the right knowledge, creating the right environment. It's very important. That is why I'm so happy that you have invited us to give my views, because I'm dealing with school children, and it's the basics of a child when he or she starts. So leadership, in my opinion, is about impacting lives and also building resilience to overcome setbacks. And when we all know that a leader has to be honest and true and committed, and must have a lot of the empathy in them, of course, humor and all those things. But when you start, that is why we call a good school. I will talk about the school scenario, because since I'm heading a good school is a school which brings out the holistic development of the child. Because when we talk about the holistic development, we talk about the development of the child in all fields. And you never know, which child is going to outshine and which child, and every person has leadership qualities in them. We need to nurture them. And that is why it is important that, all activities from their childhood should be included. For example, sporting activities. When you take part in a games, you learn so many things. You learn discipline, you learn to accept defeat, you learn to be systematic. So these are very important simple things like when you make a child the monitor of the class, which all of us have experienced at some time or the other, you are actually imparting that child with some sense of importance, and the child feels very happy about it. And if he's successful or if she's successful, then they feel that they should do something. Small things that we do in the school, like, we ask them to, do some role modeling, show and tell activities. It starts from the nursery onwards. When they're talking, they're also, it's improving their sense of a positive attitude towards towards others, developing a sense of responsibility. And when they do these things like emulating others, children like to do that, they're learning a lot of things, and those things will always remain with them. It's about, if they're portraying Rani Jhansi, then they will have these feelings, and these feelings will always stay with them, and they would like to carry on with these feelings. So I think even when it's regarding environment, positive attitude towards the environment helps them to become leaders, because you never know, these children later on will maybe become heading something to do with bring about a change in this environment, in this world. So they develop a lot of skills. So these activities are very important, like debate, quiz, which we all encourage in schools. And for example, in our school, I allow all my students to compare any big function, because then only they will understand that they have to take up responsibility. They have to be articulate. They have to improve their skills. They have to be leaders in their own right. So I think, when you believe in yourself and dream big, then everything is possible. So leaders can also be created.
Exactly, madam. Thank you, madam.
In this regard, ma'am, I wanted to share an anecdote. We had this girl, she was the naughtiest girl in the class. And one fine day, ma'am made her the monitor. The unfaithful thing happened. And truly, after some time, we did see a lot of difference in her. Because now she was responsible of stopping all that menace that she used to do herself.
Yeah. And
So,
then, once you're successful in anything in life, that gives you the courage and encouragement to do better and to prove the world that you can do it,
Absolutely.
So it's that they're all dormant in them. We have to nurture and find out what quality the child has and nurture them.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, Madhusri, for referring the evidence. And now it is we come to Mr. Punit Jain, our character who is leading from the front. So, sir, according to what leadership, what you have seen many situations. Actually, we teach contingency leaders, situations, and actually situation made that madam started, whether leaders are born or leaders are made. It is by birth they are becoming leader, or basically society by needs or by working they are becoming leader, according to you, sir, as you have seen.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Shuvendu, and thank you, Mrs. Indrani Sanyal ji. 2 minutes I'll take, because you have started with the story. I'm very good in story, so I'll tell a story also. And a story about my principal. I was in Sanskrit school, Delhi. At that time, Sanskrit school was very good school. And our principal was Singhal sir. And I was not a very good student. I don't want to commit, but I was actually I was a backbencher. A very naughty student. And, I only scared, like we can't really walk in front of principal's room because he may call us. And, I was so scared. Life passed by, and say when I was working with Times and I was heading this division, I got a call. And my secretary told me that Mr. Singhal, principal from Sanskrit school, would like to talk to you. And I must tell you that even after so many years, I was little scared. I said, what happened, what I've done? I said, okay, give me a call. He said, no, I'm single and I'm calling from Sanskrit school. I'd like to talk to you. I said, yeah, tell me when I can come. He said, no, I'll come and see you. I said, had it, yaar, ye kya hua aaj? So I said, no problem, I'll come. He said, no, I'll come and see you. I said, okay. Then I started recalling his face because I remember he was a bald man, black, I think 5 feet something. So next day he came around, I think before lunch, he was supposed to come and he came in. And the guy came in, was more or less same whatever I thought. And I said, yeah, I remember I was from the same school. And but I think, I've tried to, see whether he recognized me or not. He said, but I think you were in school in 19. I said, yeah, I remember I was in school in so many days. Then he said, okay, but that time my father was the principal of the school. Imagine, that day I found out, it was a lesson to me that so many years has gone by. I become old. But as a student, whatever you learn in the school, whatever impression you have in the schools, that stays with you for long. Having said this, I, just want to say something, whether all educationists are not going to be in agreement with me or not. But the schools are now slowly becoming the factories. They are producing a very good quality material for all of us. Say, if I say that all the students, those who are coming out of the top schools or good schools, they're more or less same. And sometimes whenever we do interview, it is very difficult for all of us to find out who to select and not to select. I must tell you that sometimes, suppose you have one vacancy and you have 40 applications, very difficult to say that who is going to be selected. So what we should do, what I always used to do, it is important for a student to, first of all, I must say that the education is important. Why education is important? Because one of my CEO, I remember Mr. Ravi Dhariwal, he was our CEO. Once he was talking to me, he said, why you are sitting there and why I'm sitting here? I said, yeah, because you're a CEO and he said, the only reason why I'm sitting here that I started at a level where you have not started. So in the life, if anybody wanted to be successful, so you have to make sure that you do a good education, take a good education, go to a premium institute, go to a premium college, and think of joining the institute or a company at a different level, that is senior level. If you join on a 4 level, then I'm sure you are ultimately going to be the CEO of the company. But if you are going to join at a junior level, you will go become the senior vice president only, and then you are going to be successful. So first lesson is that always, what Madam has also said, that dream big, also make full efforts to make sure that you become the CEO of one company. I can talk about the company only because we have that very good experience. Second, what I feel, that you have to be a good human being. We always look, I always look at the candidates, the moment your biodata is there, we've seen the biodata, read the biodata, and that biodata has allowed you to enter into the interview room. That's all. The moment you are into the interview room, must tell you whether you are first position holder or third position holder, it hardly matters to me. The only thing what matters is that what you are going to tell me. I am not really going to ask you anything on your subject. I am not going to ask you what you have learned, because what you have learned, at least 2,000 students must have told me so many times. I only wanted to see what type of human being you are. So never leave yourself. Try to be very gentle. Keep it very simple. Life is very simple. Don't use jargon or word. Don't try to convince other person. Be genuine. I remember one day we were talking about, we were there in a meeting with the unions. And that union was very important for us. We were supposed to have a discussion with the leaders, and that, a very major decision for the company. At that time, my CEO was there and our owners were also there. And I was supposed to go out and talk to them and come in. When I was out and I was talking to the unions, I was very humble that you are my brothers and we all are going to join the hands. And then when I came back and I was so tense, I said, they all are really, monkeys. Mr. Ravidhari told me, he said, Punit, you are talking about that they are very good and you are their brothers and all. But in your heart, you feel that they're monkeys. They also understand the politics. They also understand and they read the face of the person. You start treating them like a brother first in your heart. Then only you can go and tell them that either you are a brother, they'll recognize this. And he also told, then I remembered that day. That was a lesson to me, that you have to be genuine in your heart. You have to be genuine with your act if you are talking to somebody seriously. Another important point, which I feel I should say, is that you must learn how to talk to a person. And say, if you're talking to a principal, you have to talk like this. If you're talking to a CEO of the company, you must know how to talk to the CEO of the company. But if you're talking to a newspaper vendor, you must know how to talk to the newspaper. You have to talk to the person at his level. You have to go to his level and talk. Whenever we used to go to vendors, I always remember that I used to take his newspaper bundle and used to sit on this and always ask him, boss, chai pila do ek. The moment you go and say that this guy is going to have a tea with me on the same platform, I'm sure he's going to remember you like a leader. But if you're going and talking to your boss, then don't waste time. Don't use most word. I still remember one of the words of my boss is that, can you explain it to me in 1 minute what you want to say? Simple. No jargons. Simple, say what you want to say. Last, which I have written. When you are a leader, you have to become a leader and you have to understand the person. Then you must understand that the person who is standing in front of you, the person who is talking, you have to understand what he is saying and why he is saying. Important. What I am saying today is that a need for everybody, all of you, to understand their management. But why I'm saying, because Madhushri pushed me to, this seminar. It is always important. Why you all are here and sitting in front of the camera, if you ask yourself, you'll find a different reason. Some of you are there not to attend the school, not to attend this college. Some of you are there because of the job. Some of you are there because you were told to do that. Some of you are there because you're really interested in making your career. So if you are a leader, if you want to become a good leader, please understand this. Why is this guy standing in front of me and what exactly he wants? I remember I've developed this. If somebody is standing next to me and he's entering into my room, he said, oh, go, don't worry, go and leave. That's all. I remember this and I've done this successfully 1,000 times. Understand the psyche of the other person, why this guy is standing in front of me. If you understand that first, before that person is saying anything to you, you are a good leader. I can't really teach you anything, whatever Mrs. Sanyal is going to tell you about the education. But I can really tell you how you become a leader, because the person who is joining next to you in the same organization has the same education or better than you. But what really can make you successful is that how you understand, how you understood the job, how you handle your colleagues, how you are going to handle your subordinates, and ultimately you should have the qualities of the leaders. But first quality, you have to be a genuine person. Second, you must understand that what person is saying. For that, you have to go to his level. Keep a hand on his shoulder and talk to him. What is the issue? The moment you understand that, you are a leader. And then nobody can stop you. I think I have spoken enough, more than whatever the time allotted to me, Suvendu sir.
No, it is excellent. Actually, we want to, we already introduced to our students in the class 1 teaching methodology, that storytelling. That means if you don't understand them about the reality, we teach theories. I think from the practical domain, theories develop, model develops. It is not that first model develops, then actually experience study. It is not like that. First people experienced, and then actually based on that model or theories develop. we theoretically what we do preach, actually we need practice. So it is a
Yes.
PPP model, that means preaching, practice, and it was this model, if we can go away, and many questions came. So I do request those who are directly join in the session, if they do throw their question directly, I am very much happy that Ms. Shraddha Agarwal from DPS. So if the question straight away goes to Mrs. Indrani Sanyal from the same school, that Madam, if you can ask your question directly, I will be happy.
Actually,
Miss-
this question was for Mr. Punit Jain as well. I
Okay,
just
okay,
wanted to ask
okay.
both the leaders in this forum that with mental health being such an important issue all over the world now, how can a leader ensure a mentally warm and composed environment in his or her organization? What can a
Ma'am,
leader
you have truly asked the right person for this.
Mrs. Sanyal, I'm sure is the best person to answer this. I'll try later.
Well, I really enjoyed, before I answer Shraddha's question, I must appreciate and say it is so nice to hear you speak and talk about the reality and the basic factor that whatever you do, wherever you are, you have to be a good, genuine human being. And the little, things that you do will make a difference. Like if you're genuine, even like I've seen with my team, the fact that, if you are genuine, they love you, they come close to you, they're able to share their thoughts, they're able to analyze their work well. And, there's no substitute for genuineness. You might make a mistake, but the fact is that if you are able to share it and, it creates a positive and a safe, secure environment. That is it. And
Yes.
I liked it that what you said, that you have to behave and you have to bring down your level to that, to whoever you are meeting. अब जो आपने जो बताया मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा, क्योंकि ये जो छोटी छोटी बातें ना आपको अलग कर देते हैं, दूसरे से अलग कर देते हैं. When you go, the driver or the security opens the door, smile at him and say, good morning, how are you, कैसे है, आपको घर में सब कैसे है. This will make a difference. You truly, I appreciate whatever you said. Well, Shraddha, before
can I add one thing here?
real good
Can I add?
advice, I would like to say that, today mental health is really an issue because of the factor that for 3 years children have been in the house confined. But I must give credit to the children, most of the children. Well, some of them might be suffering, but in spite of their personal losses, in spite of their handicaps, they have managed themselves quite well, and that's the reason they are willing and loving to come back to school. And we are also with our open arms waiting for them to come, because I've missed their laughter in the corridors and their warmth and their naughtiness also. We have missed it, so we would love to come them in the school scenario. Shraddha, you know it very well, that how we do a lot of hand holding and how genuineness affects. You scold a child, he or she will not mind if it is a genuine advice, because they are mature enough to understand that you're trying to help. They will remember you, they will come back. So many times, so many children come and touch my feet. I am at times not able to recognize because they are taller than me. But the warmth that they feel, the remembrance of the teachers, the little things that they've done, they would say, ma'am, you did it for me. That makes your day. That makes you feel that you have somewhere touched the lives. It's very important to touch lives and to create a happy environment. Then only you can build the skills of communication, creativity, and collaboration. This is what I have to say. Mr. Punit will be giving.
I am my answer is no match to your explanation, but I like to give you one very, in my life, I still feel that, because, everybody has to keep the, this problem is there with everybody. Like, you have so many issues, you are so tensed and don't know how to go about it. And I had learned this, it's like, first of all, one thing at a time, one thing. It's like, you have a problem, just, and what I always used to do it, I always, up to the last day, I always used to keep a diary with me, and then used to write down the issues. Even if you are talking to me, that I'm supposed to handle this 1 hour. It is in my diary now. And yesterday night, I was thinking about it, how to go about it. One thing at a time. Don't mix issues in your life. If you do it, and the best example is the periods in the schools. Like today, this is a maths period, this is a Hindi period. And I always used to wonder why, all that. But this is a science, proper science. We always used to, I remember, instead of doing multitasking, do one thing at a time. Open the subject, ask that person, sit with him, subject, discuss the subject, take a decision, and then close it in your mind. Even the thought comes to your mind, and that makes a problem for you. You give an answer to your mind, don't worry, I'll come to you. Then we go about it. And I have done this successfully. There are 30, 40, 50, 50 issues in a day we used to handle. But the best part that you do it one by one and give proper time, attention to one particular issue and whatever the point is. I learned this. That makes you a big leader. If you start talking about one, start talking about other, nothing will happen. हिंदी में कहते हैं ना एक ही साधे सब साधे सब जाए. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
I think your
thank you.
question was something like this, Shraddha, right?
Yes, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. In
Yes,
fact, I
ma'am.
would like to add one thing here. Just when you said that, just putting a hand on the shoulder, like
Yeah.
when we go with our problems to principal ma'am, I have always seen her with putting a hand on our shoulders and, just listening to our personal things also. If there's a personal crisis or if there's something which we're not able to handle, if there's a big function, she will give us a hug and say, all right, everything will go on fine. Don't worry. So these are small little things which make a lot of difference.
I'll give you a secret on this. I had a secretary and he also worked with me around for 35 years. And he was trained in that. His name was Murthy. Madhushuri must be knowing. And this guy was also trained. Whenever somebody is coming to me in my room, he always used to give me a buzz and say, today is Madhushuri's birthday. That's all. And then I'll say, Madhushuri, how are you? Happy birthday and all. So it is, again, I'm not saying, when we are talking about the quality of leader, there is no need to remember everything here. You can use tools, you can use system, but the moment you go out of the room, मैं पूछ के जाता था, यार ये चौकीदार इसका नाम बताओ. वो बताता राम शरण चौकीदार है. मैं और पूछता था कंधे पे हाथ रख के, राम शरण ठीक हो भाई? वो कहता हाँ सर ठीक. That is the day after that Ram Saran will make sure that you are there as well. I'm not asking you to remember everything. I'm asking you to make a habit. Take help of the system available with you. My secretary used to give me the list of the birthdays today. Aaj iska birthday hai, aaj iska birthday. And he always makes sure, now you have 2 minutes. Can I connect to that guy? Then I always used to tell him, boss, I'm very happy. As if I remember the birthday. I don't remember the birthday. Nobody can remember 500-700 birthdays. I think there were around 500-700% used to work with me. But still I can say that if you develop the qualities of I'm again saying quality of the leader has to be humble and genuinely try to do everything whatever is done. It's not that I'm insulting somebody by asking his name from my secretary. I'm just trying to give a personal touch to him. And that will make you a different person in the company. That will make you a different person in the life. Whether you become the principal or you become the corporate manager or you become a teacher in your life, you are going to be a successful person. You have to segregate your mind like that. I don't know whether I'm going on topic or off topic, but
No, it is exactly, and actually whatever we are discussing, it is a very pertinent and a crisis today to get a genuine person, genuine boss. And difference between a boss and a manager and really a figure. In Bengali, we are having a very renowned song sung by Nirmala Mishra. From our childhood days, we used to go through the song. এমন একটি ঝিনুক খুঁজে পেলাম না যাতে মুক্ত আছে, এমন কোনো মানুষ খুঁজে পেলাম না যার মন আছে. It is very tough because camouflaging is now the need of the day, or it is actually the basic crisis of the day, or it is the commercialization of the day. Sometimes we have to identify the smiling face, it is the original face or it is the duplicate face. So therefore we have to need a person that who is really humble. So that is the basic crisis, and also that true leader is required. And that's why we have seen in the YouTube that Ratan Tata, his different types of leadership role we show in the different types of forum to the students when we are teaching leadership. And this is a very pertinent question by Shraddha Agarwal. We are very much thankful for your such timely questions, and we are appreciating both of our panelists to explain from their own background there, explain it is nicely. And now we come to the Urpita Ray. She has also raised another question. So can I ask Ms. Ray, if you directly ask the question, it will be better.
Good
Otherwise,
evening, everyone.
Yeah.
So my question to the panelist is that amongst all this competition in the world where everyone wants to be on the top of the pile, what do you think is that one thing which will remind students that the true goal of education is to impact lives and become a true leader at the end of the day?
Madam, please.
You talk first. I think that will be best because your perspective will be more real to them.
No, I think, Arpita, in my personal opinion, one has to decide what exactly he wants to become. And I'll tell you, we have 2 minutes. Now I can take this example of mine. I was a very confused person in my life. I was very good in writing. I used to write well. I was used to write stories. I used to write, so many things. And I wanted to become a journalist. I was very good in sales. I was the best speaker I was good in debates. I was good in paintings. You know why? Because I have tried everything in my life. But I was not sure what I wanted to become. I wanted to become the journalist. I have tried. I have, our company used to take journalists, and have tried the national, test writing. And I was selected. And then I went to Bombay. Our managing director interviewed me, and he said, "But you're a man of marketing. Why you want to join journalism?" I had no answers. I came back, continued working in the marketing, got successful. But one day there was a role possible in the Navara Times. And the Navara Times was looking for a brand manager. That time this concept was introduced, and I have tried that, and I became the brand manager of the Navara Times. And that was the day when I was sitting in that room. There were 3 boys, Rajendra Bhardwaj, another name. They were there next to me on the same batch when I was actually refused. I was denied the position of the journalist. You will be surprised, but they all were reporting to me 3 levels below. And because I was a good journalist,
Yes, sir.
because I had that writing capabilities, for good, say 3 years, I was the editor of Navara Times also. But I was not sure what I really wanted to become. The answer to you is, Arpita, don't become a confused case like me. Everybody who want to be successful in the life, there is no chance available like this. You have to be sure what you want to become. And if you are not sure, if you are a confused person like me, then try everything. And one day you'll find that, oh, exactly, I never wanted to become the journalist. I wanted to become a marketing person so that I can handle the product which has a journalist quality required. I
Yes,
can
sir,
understand.
absolutely.
I can understand the Navara Times as a brand only if I can read the full page. If I can't read Hindi, then I can't talk to the editors. Then I can't
Yes,
talk
sir.
about the health. So you have to be clear. If you are not clear, put your, try to understand, experiment everything. It's like a big board available in front of you, and one light is going to be a green light. But you don't know which button is going to really put you the green light. Push all the buttons.
Yes.
One day you will become, somebody is going to tell me one fine day you'll find out. I never knew that I am a good painter. I wanted to paint. I always used to paint, but never knew that I was a painter. One day my sister went for the Shankar's painting competition. You must be remembering. I used to I went with her. We went to the Bal Bhavan, And then we were sitting there. I was sitting outside because I was supposed to sit 2 hours outside because my sister was in and painting. One teacher came in and she said, why you are sitting out? I said, I'm supposed to sit out because my sister can't go alone because we used to live in a walled city. He said, no, you take a sheet or you also paint. I said, very good, but I don't have the paints, colors. So he said, don't worry, go and ask your sister. I went to my sister. There were 5, 6 friends. And I said, okay, why don't you give me one color? All friends gave me one color. And with that, black was given by two friends, I remember. I have painted a railway station with a lot of black color, smoke and your train and everything. And I got second prize in that painting in Shankar's competition. That day, I found out that I know painting also. Though I was a good painter, I used to try, but I have never tried. So second point is that keep on trying and try everywhere. I went to the debates. I had in my college days, I had ensured that every debate in our college, I was the first prize winner. You know what was the reason? Not that I wanted to become, because there used to be a cash prize in the debates. And that 200 rupees and 300 rupees always added, into my pocket money. So try for it. Go for it, whatever you want, by hook or by crook. And you are going to be a winner. Nobody can stop you. Keep on
Thank
trying
you,
with
sir.
your
Thank
heart.
you so much.
On a similar note,
Wonderful.
Arpita, on a similar note, I would say that in today's technology-driven world, students must be taught to challenge and evaluate for themselves.
Yes.
As what he's saying, that you have to try out different things and don't be kind of, brainwashed into doing things that you don't want from your heart, because you can never be very successful because your heart will not be there. And
Yes.
remember that success is a never-ending journey and failure is not final. So if you don't do well in that, you can always change and do something else.
Yes.
Of course,
Yes, ma'am.
the option is always there, but you have to challenge, analyze yourself, and you're all matured enough now, and take the right decision.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Okay.
Thank you, madam. And I can
Bless you.
add, sometime we organize youth convention. It is in the district wise in West Bengal. Each district we take into for the school children, where we always keep one topic, 3H factor. That means head, heart, and hand. How it is contributing is a contact, that hand and head, there is a psychomotor movement, how it actually works from the very childhood days, from the stage development process of the psychology. And in one interesting question came, I directly asking Mrs. Sanyal, madam, please, that there is a question came from Madhupa Chakraborty. How important is the aspect of spirituality and for good leadership? Though I can just simply explain what actually spirituality is. Is it a ritual? Means what ritual, priesthood, ritualistic study, it is one thing. And actually another thing, what is actually the concept of the Vedanta. So Vedantic concept, there is a one type of spirituality explained the way we do practice. And another thing is actually the practice of our different ritualistic measure. So I'm asking the question, or it is straight away goes to Mrs. Sanyal, if you explain that what is the need of the spirituality for good leadership.
Thank you. I would like to say one thing, not only for a leader, I personally feel it's very important for every person to be honest, sincere, and committed. These are the qualities of a spiritual person. You might follow different religion, it does not matter, because religion is different from spirituality. And spirituality is when you believe in honesty, sincerity, commitment, then you feel that you're closer to that Almighty who's all-pervasive and omnipresent. And it cleanses your system. You feel good when you're doing. Empathy is there when you're doing good things. For example, if you do something good for others, you feel that, instead of you give something to somebody, then you feel that, okay, I have enough, I'm giving something. That is empathy. And that makes you a good human being. As rightly said by Mr. Punit also, it is very important to be humble, to have humility, to have honesty, and also to be genuine in your efforts. That is
Exactly.
spirituality to me. And if you bring in these things in your work or in your life, I think you are a spiritual person because you're nearer to
Exactly.
God. You're
Exactly.
serving
And
the society, which is
I,
which is like serving to God.
I just
Madhuba,
share
I hope
one
I've been able to answer your question.
and to
Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you so much. Very good evening to everybody.
Good evening.
Greetings
Thank you.
from DPS Megacity.
and with the words
Thank you
of
so much.
Madam Sanyal, I just share one of my experience during my hostel days. When I came to hostel, I was first given a room in the 3rd floor. And when in the staircase, I saw a picture and just picture encircled with a few words that means spirituality to me in my childhood days. I just say that I remember because one day I couldn't remember all the words. So every day when I am coming ups and downs, I just read out and then try to remember. This is, if I can spontaneously say, then I can say. If I take a pause, I can forget. আত্মশ্রদ্ধা, আত্মবিশ্বাস, সত্যনিষ্ঠা, স্বচ্ছ চিন্তা, দৃঢ় সংকল্প, সাহস, সততা, শ্রমশীলতা, উদ্যম, সৌজন্য, উপযোগ বুদ্ধি, সহনশীলতা, and আত্মনির্ভরতা, পরিচ্ছন্নতা, সাধারণ বুদ্ধি. That means spirituality. So I have seen in my childhood days, I also personally maintain this. And being a teacher, I try to articulate within the lifestyle of the students if they could maintain, because this is really urgent need in the term of value education, which you also teach in ethics, I think business ethics or something professional ethics. Many questions came in the chat box. So I do invite now Miss Shreya Chatterjee. If Shreya, you have a question, you have already raised a question. Please ask your question. Yes, Mr. Join.
Shivendu, can I add something on the last point?
Yes,
What we have
yes.
missed? I was wondering that how this has helped us. So one very interesting point came to my mind is that we all, the spirituality, in fact, our owner, Mr. Sameer Jain, whether you are known, is a very spiritual person.
Yes.
And he always used to give us, a different angle of the life. It's like, according to him, everything, whatever is available in front of you is all mithya. It's not really going to stay together. It's like if you are, but then you have to be innovative, and then you have to try to come up something with new, and then spirituality is going to really believe that in your life. For example, I was the guy who always looked for the numbers. But if somebody is going to tell me, boss, these numbers are not going to be forever. These numbers are there today. Tomorrow, the numbers are going to be different. But a spiritual person is going to tell me this. The real marketing guy is, no, you have 100, now you have to become 110. But one day he told me, what is the price of the newspaper? The price of newspaper at that time was 2 rupees 50 paisa. Then we have seen the history of the newspaper pricing. It was from Anna to 240. And we have seen every 2 years, the price used to go up to 2 rupees 60 paisa, 2 rupees 70 paisa, 2 rupees 90 paisa, and 3. So there was a systematic increase in the pricing. He said, but why? Why can't we reduce the price? That was a thought. It came to the company who was 175 years old after 175 years. A spiritual person say, but I'm ready to lose the money now. What is the problem? Let us reduce the price and try to get new readers. That was a different thought. Came from a spiritual person. And that has changed our life. We became leader of the Times of India in the city of Delhi in 1 year. Because we have identified, and that thought came to his mind from Calcutta Zoo. Why I'm saying this? The Calcutta Zoo, he told me that on one particular day, the Calcutta Zoo is, the ticket is priced cheaper, I believe. On that day, if you cross the road, then you find a big traffic. Only for 50 paisa, there is a more visitors on the Calcutta Zoo. When the visitors can come to Calcutta Zoo only for 50 paisa, so why can't your newspaper is going to be bought by somebody for 50 paisa discount? And this has worked. Spiritual person has to give you a different dimension. You have to think something which is beyond the table. Sikke ka, you say, the other pehlu, the other side of the coin, somebody is going to teach you. And that only is possible if you have spiritual thinking. You leave everything and start thinking again. Sorry, I have entered into the question.
No. In fact, I
Yeah.
would like to also share a very small story about my school days. We used to have a very interesting class called religion class. And the lady who would come was an elderly lady, very composed, cool, and, very pleasant looking. And now that it was, in our young days, we used to attend this class. It was not about any particular religion. She would talk about stories, inspirational stories about all religions, and give us the views of different leaders. And later on, I can talk about it today. I think I'm philosophical in my thoughts because of that teacher who used to give us these religion lessons. They were not about religion, but that is spirituality. When you gain some knowledge and you keep it in you, and you kind of apply it in your own thoughts and actions, that
Yes.
is what is
Yeah.
spirituality.
Exactly, madam. So Shreya Chatterjee, please, are you there, Shreya?
Yes, I'm there. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So my question is, like, how should a leader resolve a conflict? Like, how should a leader resolve a conflict?
If you ask me, I would say, your leaders have to be good, have to have the qualities of building a good team. If you have a good team, then you are able to take everybody's. I especially, like, for example, I work in a very democratic structure. I give everybody that motivation and the chance and the opportunity to explain themselves or bring their views, because two heads are better than one, and you are thinking from a perspective with others are thinking from their perspective. So it's very important for the leader to be flexible, and also very important for the leader to build relationships, trust and loyalty. If you have trust and loyalty, there'll be no conflict, because the other person would know what is good for him, her, or what is good for the institution, and how we can come to a common forum to solve the problems. Thank you.
Exactly. Thank you, madam. There are many questions, so I do invite Pratik Shaha. Pratik, what's your question?
Good evening, our respected panelists and audio viewers. So my question would be, can someone be a good leader, but not a good manager? And which is better for a company?
So I do.
Mr. Jain should be able to answer you very well. His expertise and his years of experience will give you the answer.
In my view, there is no difference. If you are a good manager, you have to be a good leader.
Exactly.
You can't really become a leader if you are not a good, that's the point I've said. I've explained this to everybody. The question that Shreya asked, and my answer would have been, why you want to really resolve the conflict? You have to be very clear in your mind. What is your objective? What work you're supposed to do in the office? If one person is saying something, other person is saying something, you find out why they are saying. What madam has rightly explained, what is their view? And if most likely the view is going to be same, only they wanted to be heard. Somebody really wanted to say that, ma'am, this is my view. I said, you change your view? Yeah, I'm ready to change the view as long as you are listening. Second, if there are two very big conflict, try to live with that conflict. Make sure that conflict is not really hampering the organization.
Absolutely.
And keep on. If there are two teachers fighting, make sure they don't meet each other. If there is an issue of Kashmir, let us not talk about Kashmir. Talk about other issues with Pakistan. I'm not talking about this. I'm saying, if there is a conflict and there is a hassle, avoid that hassle, and work for the objective of the company. If you are working for a company, or for the school, or for the organization, or for the home, everything. There are two fights going on, but don't fight. Let us do what we are supposed to do. And I'm telling you, and that is the best role of a leader. And then if you are a leader, you are going to be a manager. Why manager? You are going to be general manager. See,
exactly.
If you are a leader, nobody can stop you. I remember in one of my promotion case, my president has asked me, he said, Punit, I believe we are stopping your promotion this year. I said, you can't stop my promotion. You can only delay my promotion. I remember this. He said, what do you mean? He said, yeah, you can delay my promotion. You can delay it for 1 more year or 2 years. But in my company, I have got promotion every alternate year and I'm supposed to get it because I'm a good leader. I understand that. If you give me a job, and one point also which somebody has said about the bosses, I'm saying you can't change your boss, you can't change your father. 2 things you can't change, but you must learn how to manage your boss. No need to manage and go to his house every day in the morning with a sweet box of, but go give him what exactly he wants. Understand him. If he is looking for work, please make sure that you go to him with the answer. Do work, he'll start liking you. My company's chairman, my managing director, he has asked me, he said, why you are successful in managing all of your bosses? I said, there's no need to manage your boss, only keep on doing your work and add value in yourself. You should be so valuable to your boss that he can't even think of annoying you. You say, boss, I am doing my job, and you do your job so efficiently that one day he's going to say, please try to be on the right side of me. If you are a good leader, if you are a good worker, then you are bound to be a good manager.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Jain, as well as for asking question, Pratik Shah. So we will take a few questions only because we are already crossed 1 hour 12 minutes already. So Shumit Sarkar, your turn. So Shumit, your question.
Thank you, sir. So my question would be how to deliver an unattractive decision to our team. So how would you deliver it?
Madam.
Why would you deliver an unattractive decision?
Ma'am,
the first question is that.
I mean,
why can't you make it attractive? Why can't you make it attractive with your own creativity? You add something to it and make it attractive so the person will have to accept it. Why take a rotten egg to the table? Take the good egg, or you make it a masala omelette before you take it to the table, I would say. That's my answer.
I have a different answer to this, Pratik, and I have seen this so many times. I'm sure Madhushri will agree to it. In organization, commercial organization, there are moments, there are a time where you have to take the tough decisions and you have to convey. The biggest tough decision I remember was that sometimes we get the order that you sack 10%. This is a normal order in a company. When you are not doing well, you make a list of last 10% performers, and tell them to go. I think your question and my answer to this is be straight and tell them straight. Any decision which is tough or any decision which is good, you have to be conveying the same decision with the same face. But never commit a mistake of saying it's a company decision. Say it's my decision. It is our management decision. I am sorry. You are one of the excellent worker, but at present we somehow are not doing well, and we have to part with you. You should have a courage, because that guy, Raja का धर्म होता है, वो राजा दंड भी देता है और इनाम भी देता है. So you as a leader, perform the same things. Don't be scared because you are not the one doing it. Can I tell one more story?
Yeah.
There's a guy, एक किंग के दरबार में एक आदमी आया, उसको लेके आए, वो उसकी गलती थी कुछ, तो उसने राजा ने उससे कहा कि इसको मार दो, किल हिम. तो जो गाय था, जो मारता था, जल्लाद कहते थे हिंदी में, आई डोंट हैव द वर्ड, तो ही सेड उसको गला काट दो उसका. तो उसने उसको पकड़ लिया, गला काटने लगा. तो वो आदमी जो मर रहा था, उसने उसको गाली देना शुरू किया, स्टार्टेड अब्यूजिंग हिम. तो वो आराम से उसको मारता रहा. थोड़ी देर बाद जो है, उस आदमी ने उसके मुंह पे थूक दिया, स्पिट ऑन हिम. तो वो रुक गया, जल्लाद था, वो रुक गया. उसने कहा, नो, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू किल हिम. द किंग हैज सेड, व्हाई यू आर नॉट किलिंग हिम नाउ? अर्लियर he said, when he was abusing, he's abusing it to you because you are the king. Now, since he has spit on me, I'm annoyed. And if I'm going to kill him now, this is going to be emotional and it's going to be real kill. Earlier it was my duty. So the moral of the message is, don't involve yourself. You are only a medium. If Raja has ordered you to kill this guy, I'm killing this guy. I'm doing my duty. But if I have a personal enmity with that guy and I'm killing him, that's wrong.
Excellent.
So duty is to do your work without fear, without any prejudices. Don't try to add somebody's name into that list who is actually deserving. And then do it like this. In my job, bhai, I am doing it. So do the Raja ka dharma, but don't involve. See, that's the point I'm saying. Leader is a genuine leader. If the genuine leader, he'll make a list of the 100 persons, and out of that last 10, he'll say, I'm sorry, you have to go. That is supposed to be done. It's a part of life. It has happened in the Corona days. You must be knowing there's so many organizations have chunked 20, 30, 40% staff. And that has happened. But there is no harm in that. And if you are a leader, you have to do it. Or go to a management, ask your management, please write my name into the list. That's all. You have two options.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, sir. Wonderful answer.
Yes, Shumit, you are satisfied, I think. And
Yes, sir, very satisfied.
We'll take only two questions, one from Prabhanjan and then Kaushiki. Prabhanjan, your question, be very short, and your question, please.
Good evening to our eminent panelists present here today. So my question is, what leadership style needed to be applied during the time of disruption?
During the time of?
During the time of disruption. Already your question answered by just Mr. Jain, that how to be straightway, you can say, yes, that you have to go for downsizing of the organization. Am I correct, Mr. Jain?
Yeah. Downsizing an organization in terms of cost, downsizing an organization in terms of employee cost, everything you have to stop and make sure. See why we are doing it. The leader has to make sure that organization continues.
Yes. Survival of the fittest. To survive, we have to take the strategy of focus. Michael Porter already told. We need to make very focused and to take
because of the cost.
Yeah.
Time, money. So you have to make sure that you keep everything intact. Keep it safe with you, so that in the difficult days, organization is going to be standing. And when the days are good, then you again take a jump and call those 10-20% to come back and join you again.
Yeah, sir.
Already the similar questions, it is already from Bharat Agarwal. Yes, similar question, that how do we deal the situation, means that when the different vision, goal, etc. in conflicting situations, already it is addressed. And also that Vanchit Agarwal, leading a team as addressed, comes along with a plethora of responsibilities, one of them being keeping the team running and motivated. So already this is also in direct and indirect way, both way, it is already attended. So
only one point on this, I can one point that you have to make sure, and you have to tell your team that you are with them. And the best way to tell them, I always used to do that, is to tell them that go and do the job. If something wrong happens, this is my responsibility. And if there is a success, that is going to be yours. Don't worry, just do it. Don't worry, if something wrong has happened, do it. Take a decision of, say, 1,000 rupees. If you are going to take a decision of 1,000 rupees, all of you are going to take 1,000 rupees, there is going to be a good decision of 5 lakh rupees. And if there are 5 questions, 5 persons do wrong, 10 persons do wrong, even if we are going to be successful, to give them confidence, tell them, boss, start running. I am there with you. You have to be there as a supporter. You have to be there on the ground. You have to be there. It's like when you're fighting on the border, you have to be there, the person who is going to supply them arms and ammunition. Say, don't worry, look at me and I'll give you everything to fight. Make sure that you come back winner. And it has always worked. Everybody who has worked is really going to come back as winner, because there's no fear. You are not going to lose your promotion even if you lose. Don't worry, we will give it to you.
And sir, it also provides a sense of security to them.
Yes, being inspirational and leading from the front, that's what you always have to do. And as he rightly mentioned, that success is yours. I'm there to behind you if there's any difficulty. But do your work well.
Yes,
and
thank you.
If the team is good, there is no failure. There is only fear of failure that is stopping.
Exactly.
So the fear of failure is not there because you have decided your strategy is correct, your team is good, they are motivated, and there is no success. There is no reason of failure. There is only fear of failure. You remove that here. I said, don't worry now. You take it in writing from me that I am responsible.
Failure is not final also. You can always change your strategies. That's what I feel also.
Yes.
Yeah, very good explanation. And there is no question of failure. Go ahead. So
There's no chance of failure.
Yes. So last question we can take from Kaushiki Majumdar. Kaushiki, are you present?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's your question?
Yes, sir. So my question would be, what strategies should leaders undertake? Yes, what strategies should leaders undertake in a fast-paced, changing environment?
Can I answer?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The strategy is very clear. You have to bring the change. Don't wait for the market to change. If you are going to change when the market is changing, you had it. You have to be the change leader. You have to think about the change, what the market is going to bring in. If you know that the newspaper, which is printed on the newspaper, is going to survive, it's only going to survive on the digital medium now. You must know that Times of India, after 10 years or 20 years or 100 years, is going to survive, but maybe in a different format. So if I'm not going to change today, then I'm going to be like a PCO. You remember PCO? There's a company called Nokia. You know Nokia?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell me, what was that? Nokia used to make 16 type of product, all consumer goods. But one fine day, they have understood that the mobile market is going to come on. They have scrapped the production line, and 15 products, I believe, was scrapped. Only mobile was developed by them, and they become the market leader of mobile. They have changed themselves before the market has changed. So leader is not going to change when in the changing environment. Leader is going to create the change in the environment. Then only you are going to be successful leader.
I would just add to this by saying old order changes, yielding place to the new. So you have to be one up on others. You have to be innovative. You have to think of these things before others can implement.
That is a success. Otherwise, you follow somebody, then you are going to be follower. You are not the leader.
Yes, not a leader.
And today we are talking about the leader.
Leading from the front. So already nearly 1.5 hours we are talking. It is the time needs to, because it is a show enlightening session, everybody enjoying, and our viewers is actually intact, it is increasing. That actually symbolizes that it is really an enjoying session. But one moment will come, we need to stop. So all the questions came almost in a different way we have addressed. There a question came from Aditya that what is as a leader, what need to work with a group. That means definitely, that means as a team, we need to build a team, that there are different examples of the company's approach. That means that where leader is the manager, autocratic leader, democratic leader, participative leader, the free range style, different leadership style, contingency leader. So different leaders came. You know that once upon a time when Kapil Dev won the World Cup in 1983, that first everybody believed that yes, as a team, India can win the match against West Indies. So versatile players at that time, that it was the first stepping stone for the Indian sports and games. Similarly, again, in the next dimensions, there is a change of the dimension it is coming. So many questions came, both our panelists from their rich experience, they have delivered this session from this part. From Madam Sanyal, we have got the true leader, whether he started with whether it is the leader born or actually the leader, it is made from the situations. and actually the holistic development, that it is important whether it is a left brain leader or the right brain leader, because the left brain is talking of the one individualistic, or the right brain is the holistic, which part of the brain is talking, and that is the relationship. It is a scientific discovery. From then actually we have to address that how leaders should come, and madam has addressed in a different way. That's given a very childhood days example on the monitor of the class. It is really amazing. I can remember my own childhood days. Yes, I was also monitor. That means nowadays in the higher education, we are doing CR, class representatives. Sometimes we are saying that, yes, whether these students, they are coming. That time we had not that level of fascination, we have not that technology. That means whether Tagore is saying that open the window pane of the West, Poschimer janlata khule dao. That means actually invite the technology from the West, and actually East meets West. And then it is a connectivity, Eastern value system with the Western technology. That is the true development of the leader style. And actually in one case, I don't know whether you have studied, probably Oshantosher Karon, Tagore is writing in a prospeech, dissatisfaction. Kinite gelam jama, pailam ek pati moja. My intention was to purchase a shirt, but by chance I got a shock. Somehow, that means, say jama ke katia chiria, moja ke katia chiria, jama koriya poribar britha chesta safol hoilo na. Rabindranath likhchen. That means it is the intention to cut somehow the shocks into a shirt, because the studies came from 1835 from the Macaulay's history, that how to start with the education pattern to be made with the different pattern. In the British Parliament, he delivered a lecture. Now today we are creating the tomorrow's leader, Kane Goja, Pithe Boja. That was not in our childhood days. Now the students we are getting, who's having in the backside a large bag, whether Pither Bojata Boddo Bhari, Amra ki ar boite pari. That means it is a question. Can we actually, is it the knowledge is there, or what the books are there? What is there? It is the first question. Curiosity comes to me. Is these students, we are allowing them to go to field? So how many teachers, how many subjects are there? The same number is their private tutor. And if actually allowed by the parents, now for the great leader, we need a good parenting as a subject. That means for the total, if it is for the increase of the total marks, sometime it can be happened that another teacher can be given for the total marks. So if we give each subject, they're going to school, they're going to subject teacher, they are having private tutors, one subject, two teachers. So that is their overburden. Make them to the social leader in the front with the different faculties of the human mind we need to nurture. And they are the future of India. So excellent deliberation came from Madam because of her 35 years of excellent experience working with the children. And now she has seen the pre-pandemic, during pandemic and post-pandemic situation. And this situation is actually, school is itself a laboratory of the social lab where we can experimenting our journey. So thank you, Madam, for your excellent explanation and excellent deliberation. Thank you, namaskar. Thank you. And also, Mr. Punit Jain, what can I say from him? Because such experience and so storytelling started with such excellent deliberation. I am really amazed by both of the panelists. She has touched that yes, leader needs to be genuine. Okay, it is very much touchy that she or he should be having personal truth, personal growth, and actually the basic thing, not the washing. So basic thing is how to be a good human. It is the crisis of the day. We need a really good human. Sometimes I am giving a very personal experience. The family gathering itself, from where we touch the leadership, we touch the human values, everything from the families. Sometimes today we are getting invitation for only 2 years, 2 hours only. Suppose in the marriage or something, people are coming to invite us only for the evening, that invitation given for 2 to 3 hours only, not for the entire day. If you think very nearest cousin you will enjoy in the entire day, no, you are not allowed, because you have to go to a caterer place where you are invited by somebody, when people are everything hired from the somewhere else, where you are not entertained, given into the house. This is the real situation has changed, the transition. That means a paradigm shift from the society. So now society come into 5, industry 4.0, there is a changing coming. Technology changes, society changes, human mind changes. We need to work, which is a universal facets. So actually, this Mr. Jain has told really the part of the human being, human touch. You have to work with your people. It is a people management. If you can work with people, you are a genuine leader. Thank you, sir. We want to listen more in such
Can I
deliberation.
say one thing? A last
Yeah.
story. 1 minute only. I remember this story, and this was actually one of the senior person in my company told me this. He said once the god has invited the devas and danvas to his house, and all the hands of the devas and danvas were tied, and then lots of food was kept in that room, and then he has locked the door. After 4 hours, when he has opened the door, all the devas had food, but all the danvas, they were hungry. Then he said, what has happened? But devas did an intelligent thing, because the hands were tied. They have taken the food and give it to the other person, and the other deva has given food to the other person. But danvas, because they were danvas, they were fighting. And this is the lesson. In the group, in the company, in the school, wherever you are working, become the dev. You give food to the other person is going to give food to you, and all of you are going to be fed. But if you are danav, you are not going to be successful, you are not going to be fed, and you are not going to be a true leader. So remember this in your life, try to become dev, and then you are going to be absolute successful. Sorry, Shubhendu, I thought might as well give you the story.
No, it is excellent. Actually, these stories, this moral, this ethical.
If you are dev in your heart, if you really want to become dev, pure,
yes,
then nobody can stop you.
Yes, definitely, we do agree. Now at the almost end of the session, I do request from one of our student, Mr. Shohan Mukherjee. Please, what are your takeaways from the session? Just a few minutes only, and then we will conclude the session by formal vote of thanks. Mr. Shohan Mukherjee, please.
Thank you to all the panelists for such an insightful session. And now I would like to present the key takeaways from the session. So, rightly said, the leaders are not only born, they are also made. For any individual who is trying to be a very good leader, should build a very strong background on education. For a child, he or she needs to go through the phase where he or she grows the sense of responsibility and being articulate to develop the required skill set to compete. A good leader should also possess qualities like sincerity, discipline, and also honesty. A good leader should also put a good team around him or her and also learn how to manage the team members. He should develop a sense of trust and listen to each and every group member so that there is no chaos in the group. Key qualities for any individual to emerge as a leader is to adapt according to the situation and also being a very genuine person at the same time. The primary quality of a leader is also to take risk in life and taking up the don't give up attitude. I would like to share a quote. It says that if you fail, you can guide, and if you succeed, you can lead. It is said by one and only Swami Vivekananda. Thank you, and that's all from my side.
Thank you, Sean. So, Madhushri, now it is the turn of vote of thanks. I think our student Nidhi Chauhan is ready. So you can call Nidhi Chauhan.
Yes, we want to hear it from you, Nidhi, the vote of thanks.
Yes, ma'am. First of all, a very good evening, everyone present here. So we have reached to end of this amazing session on improving leadership skills. Today, I, Nidhi Chauhan, second year PGDM student of Calcutta Business School, take this opportunity to put my heartiest thanks to our honorable eminent panelist, Mr. Punit Jain, ex-senior vice president, the Times of India Group, and Mrs. Indrani Sanyal, principal DPS Megacity. It is my privilege to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of the entire fraternity of CBS. Thank you so much, respected ma'am and sir, for enlightening us with your valuable knowledge. We did a lot from this session. Yes, I am also agree with your thought, ma'am, that leader can also be created. And there is also one quote says, leadership is not about the title or designation. It's about the impact, influence, and inspiration. I'm definitely sure all my friends grab all the good points. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to the core committee members, especially Mr. Saurabh Ghosh, Senior Advisor of Siksaitan Foundation, Mrs. Bratati Bhattacharya, Secretary General and CEO Siksaitan Foundation, our Principal Sir Dr. Pinaki Ranjan Bhattacharya, and Chairman Professor Sanjeev Biswas Sir for giving us the best of opportunities. I'm really thankful to moderator of this excellent session, Professor Suvendu Majumdar, Associate Professor of Calcutta Business School, and Madhusri Ma'am for taking out time for their busy schedule to grace the event. With a deep sense of gratitude, I would like to thank to all my professors, faculty members for always encouraging us. Also, I would like to thank our technical team, officers, and staff as we are fortunate enough to be backed by such a team for helping to conduct this webinar smoothly. And last but not the least, thanks to all the professors and students from school, colleges, and university who are attending the webinar and viewers who are watching it live on Facebook. We appreciate your involvement and thank you for sparing the valuable time for the session. We are sure that by participating in the session, you have gained useful knowledge. Thanks for being our biggest support system. With the hope of meeting all of you again very soon, I wish you all a great and healthy life on behalf of the Institute. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Nidhi. Thank you, Mrs. Sanyal and Mr. Pune Jain for sharing this your thought and valuable time. Thank you. We'll meet again. And we invite you to our Calcutta Business School campus. Once you will come Kolkata, and Madam, you are in Kolkata. So
yes,
we invite you also any of our future
thank you
program
so
and
much.
session. We'll
Thank
be
you.
in
It'll
touch
be
with
my
you.
honor. I'll
Yes,
definitely visit you.
And not only you, with you, all your family members, means your school family. School is a family. Here,
Yes,
that
of course.
DPS school, and on 28th, we are organizing a program that is one-day management program. That means the young learner, they can understand by joining our session. If they do register from the school, they can come to our campus, enjoy our facilities, so that they will understand that how to get a great career. So our teachers will take sessions, and also the life, how campus life, student life, that will be shared by student. So we encourage our students to join. So once again, thank you to all of you. Excellent session, excellent session. Thank you.